Back, everybody. Got a 2016 Chevy Cruze LT, and today we're going to be doing some spark plugs. Just going to be changing them. Not a hard deal. So first thing we want to do is get our engine cover out of the way here, and we got to take off our oil fill cap. And there should be a stud right below here, and there's also one T27 bolt right there that goes in there. So we will lift this up. It should just pull right off. There we go. Get this cover out the way. Then we've got this little protector. We want to put our cap back on here so nothing goes down into our engine. So we just take this little piece of foam out of here. And this is where our spark plugs live, right down beneath these coils. These are your ignition coils here. All four of these. Man, that sunlight's killing me. So it looks like we got 12 millimeters. So what do we have? Oh, 12. Oh, these are 10s. Okay. So we got 4 10 millimeter studs here, screws. But before we get to that, we're gonna unlock our wiring connectors. And if you can see that little red tab right there, that's a locking tab. And that is gonna have to slide up. All right, let me get a pick. This thing up here. There we go. Just pops right up. And then we'll just squeeze the connector. See, that might have to come all the way out. Well, as far as it goes. Okay. All right, let me try this with two hands. I'll be right back. So that little locking tab does come all the way out of there. And now that we got that out, can squeeze on our connector, and this should just come right off. It's trying. It's just a little stuck. There we go. That's what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of these off, and I'm going to loosen up my coil bolts here, 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 and there, and I'm going to pull those coils out. I'll be back when I got to that point. See, now that I've got my locking tab up, let's see if we can squeeze this. Okay, so it came right out. Once you slide that locking tab up, should be able to squeeze the release, and just come right off. Sometimes it's going to take two hands though, because these things will be sticky. So let me get these out of here. All my electrical connectors off. I'll start taking these bolts loose out of the coils. Okay, got all of those loose. And we're going to just lift that right out of there. That's where our spark plugs live, right down in there. So you always want to drop that bolt. Always want to examine your boots, make sure there's nothing burned or anything. These look okay. So what we're going to do is go ahead and get our spark plug socket and get down in there and get these plugs out, but I'm going to remove all the rest of these coils so I can get them out of my way, and I'll be back. these spark plugs out of here, you will not be able to use a regular spark plug socket. You're going to need a 14 millimeter deep socket, or they may make a spark plug socket that is a 14. Yeah, regular spark plug socket's not going to do it. Okay, got it loose. Let's see if I can get that out of there. Yeah, there we go. There's our plug. A little warm. Yeah, they don't look too bad. Definitely worn. So, to our next one. Okay, there's our second one, and I'm going to go ahead and get the other two out, but before I do that, we're going to get these new ones back in. Since they are in recess, you definitely don't want to drop them in there. So what I like to do is take a piece of vacuum line or fuel line, and you'll fit it right over your spark plug. This one's a little too big, so I had to get a smaller one. Or you can use an old spark plug boot. Simply cut the wire off the end of it. Use that. You can put your spark plug into this old boot. Makes it really easy. Stick your plug back in there. You don't have to worry about damaging it. Just hand start it with the boot. Okay, got it in there started. So I'm gonna go along and do all the rest of the plugs like this. And I'll be back. Okay, all of my plugs are back in. Now we're going to put our coils back in here. Start with this one. All right, and we're just gonna tighten up all four of these and plug our electrical connectors back onto our coils. Okay. These you do not have to gorilla torque. They are plastic. Just feel them, tighten till you feel them getting snug. Get our electrical connectors back in here. You know, one of these popped out without me having to take that tab out, but I suggest taking the tab all the way out. Makes it a little easier. Okay, we're going to stick our locking tabs back in there. And we'll put our covers back on, but I'm gonna put these tabs in and I'll be right back. All my locking tabs are back in place here. My plugs are tight, coil bolts are tight. We're gonna stick our little insulator back on here. And some of the stuff is really hard to do with one hand. Okay, take off our oil fill cap here. We're gonna put our cover back on. And let me show you before I put this back. Here is one of the alignment tips for the cover, and here is the other one. They go inside of these rubber grommets right here and right there. Suppose we'll pop right onto those locators. Cap back in. Put our Torx bolt back in here. And that is how you change your spark plugs on a 2016 Chevy Cruze LT. I believe this is a 1.8, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, 1.4. Yeah, this is a 1.4. It's probably not going to come out. Yeah, 1.4 liter. All right, if this helped anybody out, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll definitely be back with some more. See you on the next one.